Yes, sweethearts, the verdict is out. You should get the COVID-19 vaccine. Disclaimer. As I said in my last video on COVID-19, vaccines are recommended, but they are not obligatory. So I am not here to tell you to go and get the vaccine, since that is your choice. But I am here to give you reasons as to why you should go and get the vaccine. On one hand, you have the government and vaccine lobbyists, and on the other hand, you have all these anti-vaccination groups. And in the middle of all that drama are normal people like you and me. So my take on the whole thing is, give the people the facts and let them decide for themselves. So, my first reason as to why you should get vaccinated is because vaccines make you resistant to COVID-19. And I mean, who doesn't want that? So, one of the things I hear people saying is that it is better to take the risk of getting COVID-19 rather than taking the vaccine. From a medical perspective, I am going to have to strongly disagree. Look, getting the disease is unpredictable. You don't know if you are going to be the one to get the severe form of the disease that could end up killing you. And though it is true, you can also die from the adverse effects of a vaccine. Hands down, no joke. Your chances of dying from a vaccine is still way less than your chances of dying from a disease. And this I say for two reasons. One, because vaccines are made to be safe. So, they would take the same virus that caused COVID-19 disease, for example, and they would use chemicals to inactivate it, or they would kill it before injecting it into your body. So obviously, right there, the virus should do you no such harm as the actual disease would. Two, because vaccines are studied. So, usually they would already know most to all of the adverse effects associated with that vaccine and can tell you what warning signs to look out for in case you would need to seek immediate medical attention to save your life. For example, with COVID, we know that one of the serious side effects is anaphylaxis, or what we call a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine. So, the people at the vaccination center will tell you to look out for symptoms such as rash all over your body, if you start to feel weak or cold, etc., etc. Then, you would know to go back there or to the hospital immediately so they can give you an epi-shot, because most of them have already prepared for this side effect anyways. Of course, a vaccine triggers your immune system the same way the disease would. So, in both cases, you would develop immunity or resistance. But the difference is with the vaccine, you get resistance but without getting the disease. So, you be the judge and decide which is better. My second reason as to why you should go and get the COVID-19 vaccine is because all of us need to play our part in achieving what is called herd immunity. So herd immunity happens when a large number of people in a society are immune to getting a disease. Okay, so let's make the group smaller, and instead of picturing your whole country, let's just picture your house or your home. Imagine if all the persons in your household are resistant to COVID-19. It means not only can none of you get the infection, which means none of you can spread the infection, but also that you end up protecting, let's say, your neighbors next door who may not be resistant to the infection. How? Because you can't go out in public and get it from someone else and then bring it back to them. So the same thing happens in the society. The more people vaccinated, the less the disease will spread, which means the case numbers start to fall, and eventually the disease may even die out completely. I know I am tired of this pandemic already. How about you? So, my third reason as to why you should go and get vaccinated is because we have to stop listening to all these conspiracy theories and start looking at the facts. My favorite conspiracy theory is the one about how Bill Gates is trying to implant all these microchips into the vaccines, something about gaining world domination, and that these microchips are the mark of the beast. Um, Give me a minute because it's kind of hard for me to wrap my head around that one. Like there are just so many questions circulating in my mind right now. Like there are so many other medications and vaccines that are given by injection. So why wait on the COVID-19 vaccine? Like why didn't he just put the chips in those? Then again, there are so many different vaccines being developed in so many different countries all over the world. So, which ones belong to Bill Gates, or do all of them belong to Bill Gates? And isn't the mark of the beast specifically in your forehead or in your right hand? All I know is that the vaccine should be given intramuscularly in the upper arms. So, why not just get it in your left arm then? Okay, problem solved. Let's move on. My fourth reason as to why you should get the vaccine is because you need to stop letting your fears control you and start taking control of your fears. Okay, so it is natural to have certain fears and anxiety about getting the vaccine because at the end of the day, this is a new disease and these are new vaccines and not much is known about them at this time. That's okay. You are entitled to your fears and your anxieties. But at the same time, just be aware that there are unscrupulous persons out there that are purposefully trying to use your fears against you by spreading disinformation and misinformation. But why would anybody want to do that? Simple, to further their own agenda. Whether it be the anti-vaccine groups who are trying to thwart vaccination or the fake news industry just trying to make money. Yes, my loves, the fake news industry is a real thing. There are people who create fake websites and they use eye-catching but false and misleading headlines and get you to click on their websites. Then they make money from the ads displayed on these sites. At the end of the day, the choice is yours whether you get vaccinated or not. And of course, you should take every single precaution there is to take. Make sure to ask questions and do your own research. But at the same time, you want to make sure that whatever decision you make is based on facts and not on lies. My tip: always make sure you check your information and don't believe everything you read on social media because anybody can post anything on social media. And my fifth and last reason as to why you should go and get the COVID-19 vaccine is because history has proven time and time again that vaccines actually do work to curb pandemics. What's that saying? You have to know where you are coming from to know where you are going. Hello, do your research. There have been so many other pandemics in the past, and at the same time, so many other vaccination campaigns to prevent infectious diseases. Most of us have already received one form of a vaccine or another, since these are usually given to us from the time we were babies. Believe it or not, back in the days when those vaccines first came on the scene, people were just as hesitant to get them as they are of getting the COVID-19 vaccine today. So many rumors circulated about them too. For example, in the 1918 influenza pandemic, rumors surged that the reason behind the disease was because doctors and nurses were injecting people with the influenza virus rather than the smallpox vaccine that they should have been getting. The results of vaccines, however, has stand the test of time. Smallpox is unheard of in the world today, as are a lot of other vaccinated diseases, such as polio, measles, mumps, rubella, etc., etc. Okay, y'all, so those are my top 5 reasons as to why you should get vaccinated against the COVID-19 virus. But what do you guys think? Agree? Disagree? Well, let me know in the comment section right below. Thanks for watching.